Sometimes after playing Minecraft for so long, you get a little bored. You're not quite sure what to do next. However, there's always online communities to help you get some ideas, and that's what we're exploring today. I've played the game for over a decade, so I feel like I can at least give you a couple things you maybe hadn't thought of before. I hope. Alright, let's do it. In its 10 perfect gear. Getting the perfect gear is something that you should never take for granted in hardcore Minecraft. So, if you haven't done it yet, you should probably put that on your to-do list. Normally, perfect gear would have been fully enchanted diamond, but if you want to put in the extra effort, you can also get netherite so your stuff doesn't burn in lava. The perfect enchantments for armor are protection 4, unbreaking 3, mending, and on boots you add feather falling 4, soul speed 3, and depth strider 3. On helmet you add aqua affinity and respiration 3. You can also add thorns to your armor, but if you're trying to do things where you have to move monsters that are attacking you, eventually the enchantment will cause that monster to die. So in my opinion, it's not always worth it. I don't use thorns normally. On tools though, you add unbreaking 3, efficiency 5, and mending. On a sword you go sharpness 5, mending, unbreaking 3, looting 3, maybe some fire aspect if you're feeling a little dangerous and spicy, but if you kill wither skeletons a lot, or something like that, maybe you have another sword with smite instead of sharpness, okay? Just customize your gear to you, but seriously, protection 4, and totems of undying. In a 9 villager trading hall. An emerald farm or a villager trading hall is pretty simple and just requires either a load of farmer villagers and a melon and pumpkin farm, or a grateful librarian and a cartographer villager. See, with the farmers, after being cured once, the melon and pumpkin trade ends up being 1 for 1, meaning that you can basically grow emeralds. But you can only make up to 12 trades with the villager before they run out of stock for that item temporarily. So that means that you need a load of them since it's a 1-to-1 ratio. 12 pumpkins equals 12 emeralds and then you're done. With the cartographer and librarian method, you need a librarian who sells glass and a cartographer who buys glass panes. Making those 1 emerald each will make 6 glass turn into 16 glass panes, which will then become 16 emeralds. And even with a 1-to-1 for the base glass, that's still a 10 emerald profit each time, making emeralds the easiest beacon base block to get. Plus, you can also use it to get a slew of normally difficult to obtain items, like name tags and bottles of enchanting. So definitely worth the setup if you're in it for the long haul. But if you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, actually, you know what? Do it either way. In at 8, a netherite beacon. That's right, I'm coming early on this list with probably the most difficult challenge in the game. Look, alright, it's not the scariest, but in reality, the sheer thought of this act would be terrifying. I was going to do this once, alright? I was going to do it all on live streams as well. However, that fell through when my life started. And one particular problem, that wouldn't appreciate me. But now with my new hardcore series, I'm considering the possibility of trying it again. I mean, it's not like it hasn't been done before, okay? Plenty of YouTubers have done it. But some commenters always question the legitimacy of this because it's a lot of work. Alright, for each netherite ingot, you need 4 netherite scrap. So take the 164 blocks you need to make a full beacon, multiply it by 9 to get 1,476 ingots, and then multiply that by 4 to get the amount of ore you need to dig, which ends up being 5,904 netherite scrap, more than any ore for a normal beacon block. Not to mention you also need 4 gold per ingot as well, so that's another 5,904 gold. That's more gold than a multiple beacon pyramid that gives you all of the buffs. Yeah, so if you're bored, you can do this. In at 7, every music disc. Getting every single music disc in the game, now with the addition of disc 5, may be actually quite difficult. While originally the disc other side was considered the rarest, with Pigstep being close behind, now 5 will be the rarest disc in the game due to the fact that you actually have to craft it. How do you craft it? You need 9 disc fragments, which can only be found in ancient cities at a very rare chance. So if you manage to find 9 of them, you'll be able to craft disc 5, which apparently is similar to disc 11. I haven't played the update yet, but I'm planning on doing it soon, I hope. Plus, I mean, it's a numbered disc, okay? And all the numbered discs are creepy as hell. Plus, those fragments only pop up 29.8% of the time, meaning that you'll have to check at least 3 chests to find enough, given that they appear in groups of 1 to 3. But if you literally have the worst luck imaginable, you could be looking for a while. But playing by the stats, you should at most have to look into 27 chests. Sorry. And it's 6 mods. Adding mods is always a great way to spice up your game, and now that you can have Java Edition for free if you have Bedrock, there is literally no time like the present to try these buggers out. I just want to point point out the fact that in the trailer that I saw, for the fact that you can get both, the trailer says that Java supports user-created skins and mods, and in comparison to Bedrock, they said that Bedrock has endless marketplace content. They literally compared free mods to paid mods, and I think that just shows you everything you need to know about how Java Edition is superior. Okay, come join me on the caffeinated side. We have way too much energy and no way to burn it off. Ah! Yeah, but if you also ever want to play Minecraft with me, I do it on Java, okay? So if you have Bedrock, give it up and then come play with the Cheese King, the King of Cheese, okay? We can play Pixelmon all day long. It's like one of my favorite Minecraft mods. And then like Ancient Warfare is a close second, and then Tekkit Classic, the mod pack, is third. But Pixelmon is, oh. Halfway through, into number 5, every achievement. Getting all the advancements in the game is actually quite the difficult task, with some of the advancements being absolutely ridiculous, like fly 50 blocks high because of a Shulker's levitate effect, or looking at the Ender Dragon through a spyglass, and stepping in every single possible overworld biome, which is 44 biomes. But the most difficult advancement of all is still the how did we get here advancement, at least from memory. I don't think they've added a worse one on 1.19, which requires you to have every single status effect in the game. Well, not everyone, but most of them. Requiring you to have Absorption, Bad Omen, Blindness, Conduit, Dolphin's Grace, Fire Resistance, Glowing, Haste, Hero of the Village, Hunger, Invisibility, Jump Boost, Levitation, Mining Fatigue, Nausea, Night Vision, Poison, Regeneration, Resistance, Slow Falling, Slowness, Speed, Strength, Water Breathing, Weakness, and Wither. Not to mention the whole trading with a villager at build height thing, or breeding every mob in the game, or falling from build height to bedrock. Yeah, good luck. And at number 4, farms on farms. Farms are useful as hell in Minecraft, and honestly, if you wanted to, you could theoretically make a farm for any item you could need in large quantities. And if you do that, imagine the kind of power you would hold. I mean, eventually it gets redundant, but making all these farms could help give you something to do and make you learn some things about how your game works, especially if you're on a new version or moving from Bedrock to Java or vice versa. It shouldn't be vice versa. If you don't know what farm to build, we have a whole list about which ones are the most useful, so be sure you go check that out as well. It's in one of these corners. I'm not sure which one it ends up being in post, but it's one of these corners. That list was also for me to flex my knowledge, alright? I've played this game for 10 years, so I know that it can be difficult to find new things to do, okay? Over a decade. And wanting to build a farm of every item I could is something that I've always wanted to do, but never had the proper time to actually sink into it. Maybe you can do it, and I can live vicariously through you in this instance. Getting close to the end, and at number 3, Blue Axolotl. Blue axolotls are possibly the rarest mob in vanilla Minecraft now. The axolotl is a passive aquatic mob endemic to the lush cave biome that hunts most other aquatic mobs. Axolotls spawn underwater in the lush caves, and when there is a clay block less than 5 blocks below the spawning space. Axolotls can be one of 5 colors: pink, brown, also known as wild, yellow, known as gold, and 2 colors that don't occur among real-world axolotls, cyan and blue. When breeding axolotls, there is a 1 in 1200 or 0.083% chance of the offspring having the blue mutation, leaving a 99.917% chance of matching one of the parents, including blue parents, meaning that 2 blue axolotl will always produce a blue offspring. This mechanic makes axolotl breeding a sort of sport, like shiny hunting, but in Minecraft. So if you're bored, just look for a blue axolotl, okay? Or make an army of them as soon as you get 2 of them. But ultimately, in at number 2, catch a warden. Yeah, I can't even fathom having enough time for this, especially on YouTube where the algorithm punishes you for not pumping out content regularly. However, one YouTuber who seems to defy this norm is Minecrafter Sandiction, who in episode 16 of his hardcore series, released in January of 2022, I think, Sandiction managed to trap one of basically every mob in the game, including a charged creeper, skeleton horse, phantom, and more interesting mobs like the Elder Guardian and Ghast. This man was very adamant on doing this, and while it took a load of work, he died multiple times. But like, now with the addition of the warden, why not try to do that but with the warden and keep one as a pet, okay? Like, I think I would definitely try that. I actually plan on trying it on my channel at some point, but like, hopefully it doesn't kill me and it only makes me stronger. Alright, stand a little taller. Man, I'm sorry, but I want to do this. Capture a warden, let's do it. And finally, into number 1, punch the dragon. Alright, okay, I'm still flexing. I'm still proud of this. I may not have been the first one to do it like I originally thought, but it's certainly something I damn well did. Yes, it is possible to beat the ender dragon with nothing but your fist, as long as you take out the end crystals so he can't regenerate health. It certainly took me a while, but it is definitely possible, and something that I am so proud that I did in my current hardcore world. It was very difficult, and I did practice in multiple worlds before trying my actual one, and I did die basically every other time, but I figured that I'd go for it, and eventually I did. And I mean, like, he died punching an ender dragon to death sounds a lot better than he got killed by a baby zombie and a spider while having the effects of a golden apple. Sorry about that, Philza, but I mean, like, you were on Anthony Padilla's channel, so honestly, I don't think you care about me apologizing or not. You're doing just fine on your own. But to be fair, I was the first one who did it in hardcore, so pretty proud of that. That's all the time we have for today, friends. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been in Shower Me Ghana Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.